Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to reflect. Reflect on the year gone by, as mentioned by a Toastmaster of the day, and for me, reflect on my path. Before I do that, let me ask you a question, and you'll are free to put in the chat or even unmute yourself. And the question I have for you is, why should we reflect? Indicate progress from Jamaluddin, excellent. Arvind Babu says productivity. And all of these answers are spot on. I want to start with a quote that might not be 100% accurate, but it is attributed to a very famous person. When he was asked by a New York reporter, "You failed 1,000 times to make a light bulb?" I'm sure all of you know who I'm referring to. And the answer given by this person was, "I have not failed 1,000 times. I have successfully discovered 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb." Thomas Edison. So reflections allow us to check our journey, what we have gone through, and as all of you have mentioned, to retrospect, to find what we can improve upon. There is no such thing as making a mistake. Everything that we do is only an opportunity for us to improve ourselves. The path that I recently completed and that I'm reflecting on today is a path called Presentation Mastery. This is a photo of mine 2 years ago that was shot in Bahrain when I did a presentation in front of dignitaries numbering more than 100 in a big 5-star hotel. And everyone enjoyed it. They were saying, "Wow, Kaji, you have done an amazing job." So I was good in presentation. But does that mean there is no room for improvement? Over the course of this path that I have done, I'm certain I have improved more than what you see in this picture. And I'm certain if I do the same path once again, I would still improve, because every time that we have an opportunity to speak, every time we have an opportunity to practice a skill, is really an opportunity to improve. Those of you who are new, who are not Toastmasters, who are guests, a path is an education module that is in Toastmasters, which you complete and you go through to improve yourself, both in communication, the way we speak, and also to enhance our leadership skills. Every path has levels. So when we start with level 1, we have to deliver 4 speeches. After that, you progress to level 2 and you give 3 more speeches. So already you have delivered 7 speeches. And at level 3, you do 3 more speeches. So by the time you have finished level 3, you have already completed 10 speeches. And I have a very simple formula, my friends, if you want to improve your communication skills. And that formula I tell all who want to join Toastmasters. If you want to improve your communication skills, practice 10 speeches. Prepare them well. Plan a speech with a certain objective. Practice it and then deliver it. And if you do it 10 times, I can assure you, you will improve as a communicator. Beyond that, it's not really speeches. We go into something called projects, because in Toastmasters, it is not only about communication, it's also about leadership. So when you reach level 4, you start doing some leadership projects. And in level 5, you also deliver 2 projects. So if I was to visualize for you what this path means, is that the first 3 levels, I would categorize them more towards communication. And if I was to look at level 4 and level 5, they are predominantly leadership projects. Not exactly like that, but they are complete, sort of intertwined with each other. At the end of this path that you will complete, where you have given 10 speeches plus 4 projects, which is another 4 speeches plus some tasks that you have to do, I can assure you, you would become a proficient communicator with leadership skills. That's what a path means in Toastmasters. And I have done this 5 times. Have I achieved good leadership skills? I don't know. There is always room for improvement. But I'm saying that after doing 5, I find myself at a certain level where I can confidently speak, look you in the eye. Actually, I'm not looking at you, but I'm looking at the camera, but you think I'm looking at you, and convey my message to you to say that you should also achieve and try to do the same thing. Have I done everything perfectly? I don't think so, but there are 2 things in this path that I have done exceptionally well that I want to share with you. One was at the beginning of the COVID, there was this need for online meetings, online tools, how to use Zoom. So I decided to do a level 5 project called High Performance Project. And I chose this project where I would say, and I set up certain tasks and goals that I wanted to help people. So I would create a YouTube channel. I set up tasks. I set up goals. I said, I will make 50 videos by 30th September. I will try to get 1,000 subscribers, and I will make sure people watch at least 2,000 hours of my videos. Did I achieve it? I did. But beyond that, I said, let me also create a stretch goal. I will not stop the project only with 50 videos. I'll go for 100. Increase, double the subscribers, double the watch hours to 4,000. Again, I achieved that stretch goal. And you know what happened? Today, that channel has gone beyond that. In fact, it has gone beyond a point where Google is sending me money. Think about that I started something as a level 5 project, and it got me into a point where I can look at it as a channel for future full-time job as a YouTuber. Very interesting, right? Similarly, I in level 5 delivered a very interesting training. It was a project called How to Speak Professionally. And I did a project, and I asked one of a prominent trainer, DTM Wafa Salman, to evaluate me. And this is her feedback, that she loved the presentation and the workshop that I conducted. The knowledge, the simplicity, the clarity of points explained. And she says that you made it easy for them to follow. You were calm. As a trainer, you are following the high standards in training. Well done. And that is something that I treasure. There is always room for improvement. And some of the feedback that I have got over these 14 projects that I have delivered, speech projects and leadership projects, is vocal modulation, vocal variety, vocal tone and pitch, vocal. I think you get the message. Everyone thinks I'm great, but perhaps I could improve my vocal variety. I could have some modulation. I could have some tone and pitch. And this is something that we learn, that every time that we deliver a speech, that there is always a room for improvement. There is nothing called perfection. And so if my room for improvement is that I still need to work on my vocal variety, the modulation, the way I speak, that is my reflection for you as my Toastmaster friends, those who are thinking of joining Toastmasters. That's what Toastmasters gives you. Give us 1 year of your time and call yourself a confident communicator and a great leader.